want fodder that looks just like this, then stay tuned. Okay guys, so let me show you what we do to get our microgreens, and as a lot of people call it, fodder for our chickens. What it's going to do is it's going to increase your food supply, where you will go from just wheat and sunflower seeds and oats and corn to where it's going to sprout, and in some cases, as you can see right here, sprout up to 2 inches, as much as you want to let it go. Of course, we don't let it go too much because then it's not very easy for them to get down, not very palatable. But here's what we use. I've got oats here, I've got sunflower seeds, we've got corn. What we do tend to do more of is the sunflower seeds and the wheat, because they tend to do better in the winter. I was doing it inside. It was really a pain. I find that doing it outside is a lot better, especially in Oklahoma. We have milder winters, and so it really does work out doing it outside. And so let me show you exactly what I do. So the first thing we do is, my husband did take this bucket and he put tons of holes with the smallest drill bit he could find in the bottom. And so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put these guys in here, and then this is the one with all the holes in it, and this is the one that does not have holes in it. Let me rinse this one out real quick. Okay. And then you're going to see why I'm doing this hole system like this. Okay, so you're going to fill it up because this is going to be your soaking bucket. It's also good to get these guys rinsed off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give these guys an overnight soak. So I'm going to show you something here in a minute after I turn this off. Okay, that ought to be good. It doesn't take much. You just want it to cover them pretty good. Now, when I come tomorrow to pour them into where I'm going to grow the fodder, watch what happens. When I lift this up, it's draining. So that's why we do this bucket system first, for the draining. Now, when these guys have been soaking for the entire evening, I'm going to take these guys out and I'm going to pour them over here. But first I have to make room for them. So what I do is, we're going to be getting more buckets, but for now, what I do is I move the guys over who are growing and that I feed to the chickens and ducks. I move them this way, and I'm going to do that over here too. I'm going to move them over, and then I'm going to put the next batch on each side and start them. Now, what you have to do each day is 2 or 3 times a day, you come out here, you turn this on, and you're going to water these guys. Now, my husband has put hundreds of tiny little holes in both of these buckets so that they can drain out. And you're going to come out 2-3 times a day, and you're going to water these guys down really, really good. And what this does is, it's just like God would do when it's raining. He's going to water these seeds so that they'll grow. And as you can see, it's going to drain out of all those little tiny holes. And then tomorrow morning I'll be coming in and I'll be putting the ones that have been soaked over here and over here. And whenever we get our other buckets, we're going to have a continual system where we've got new ones coming in and old ones going out. But for now, this is working just fine. And why don't we take some over and feed the animals, and I'll show you how much they like them. I did want to mention that every evening, so that no bugs, animals, mice, anything don't get into it, we put both lids on, and I do snap it on, and then by morning when the sun rises, I've got these back off. And you know what? Even when it has gotten down to freezing in Oklahoma, these guys will still sprout within about 4 days, and they will be fully grown into about 1 inch of fodder within 8 days. And this right here is about the 8-day mark, and they are still growing strong. And what I do every day is I do take a handful of them and I smell them to make sure that they don't smell musty or moldy or anything like that. And these have been wonderful. They haven't had any problems as long as you keep them watered 2 or 3 times a day, and then also make sure that they're getting enough aeration and sunlight. They do very, very well. So guys, this is the true test. Let's see how the animals like the fodder. Hey guys! They love it! Did we make good fodder for y'all? You didn't get any! You didn't get any! Bumblebee! Let's go see how the chickens like it. They're excited! Hey chickies, do you think you're gonna like it? Do you think you're gonna love it? Let's go see. Come on in! Go back in, go back in. Let's see. All right, chickie babies. Ready? Ready? Go get it. Go get it. Oh, Mal, biscuits. Well guys, I hope you've enjoyed this and I hope it's been informative. I had about 50 people on Instagram ask how we do our microgreens and our indoor sprouting and our outdoor fodder. To be quite honest with you, doing fodder outside is very new to us. I've only been doing it the last few weeks. Before, for about probably 7 or 8 years, I have sprouted inside for our family, and we've enjoyed eating that. And then after our chickens got old enough, we began sprouting for our chickens. I found it was too much of a burden to do inside, and once I moved it outside, as I heard a lot of homesteaders were doing, I found that it was so much more easy and enjoyable. And on the homestead, isn't it about trying to make life a little more easier? As I always say, it's nice if you can work a little bit smarter. And I hope that this has blessed your day. If you guys have any questions, comment below. And if you would, if you've enjoyed this content, please hit that like button. And if you don't already, subscribe. We really appreciate you coming to see us today. Have a great day, and God bless.